This a new number. Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad. Hey you guys, it's your girl Krystal and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I basically talk about lifestyle and fashion and also my experience as I'm on my VSG journey. So here we are, but as you can tell by today's topic, I'm going to talk about different ways to become more attractive or to be seen as more attractive. And I have my notes here on my iPad. You know I'm an iPad girly now. Mwah. Yeah. So I have quite a few, but I narrowed it down to kind of like 5 main topics just for the sake of the video and so I won't get off topic. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So the first topic I want to get into is to avoid being a complainer. If you want to become and appear more attractive, you want to avoid being a complainer. And when I say that, I'm not saying like, you know, you can't vent to your friends and family, or, you know, you can't have an off day or a bad day and be really upset about something and, you know, just want to get your feelings or your point across. That's not what I'm saying by any means. What I'm saying is you always know that one person that's always a negative Nancy. They never have anything positive to say. They're always complaining about something this, something that, or they're never finding a solution to their quote unquote problems. That's the type of person you want to avoid being. I pray that I'm never that person, that I've never been that person. But it's just something that about that, it just turns me off personally, and then just makes me not even want to be around a person that acts like that. I feel like when you know, walk into rooms and you have grace about yourself, when you walk into rooms and you're like, you know what, I'm not the best, or I'm not feeling the best, but here's what I'm going to do to improve, or I'm not doing the absolute best right now, but I know things are going to work out later. You want to shift your mindset from being a negative Nancy person and, you know, to become more positive. And I know it's not always easy, especially due to the circumstances that you may or may not go through. However, just like the people say, life goes on. So don't think that this hardship or whatever you may be going through will last a long time. So I just say all of that to say is avoid being a complainer. If you have to journal it out, pray about it, talk to your therapist, that's what they're for. Do things to help assist you as their own issues. You know, everyone has their own problems that they're going through, and not to say that you don't matter or that your problems don't matter, but just keep that in mind the next time that you may want to vent or, you know, complain. Alrighty, so topic number 2 is spread your knowledge in a humble way and avoid appearing arrogant or superior. Now, I am an advocate of popping your shit, you know, and not being humble, especially as a Black woman. However, there are times where you gotta be like, okay, I'm not gonna overstep toes, I'm not gonna overstep boundaries, or I don't wanna seem like a know-it-all. And so I feel like people who have that balance, that know when to cut, you know, that little, whatever that is, that little... People who know how to code switch and turn that switch on and off when it comes to sharing knowledge and, you know, being helpful, and also knowing when to pop your shit in regards to, you know, just sharing knowledge. I feel like that is when you become more attractive. You don't want to be a know-it-all all the time, but you also don't want to be to the point where people think you might be a little off or a little slow, you know what I'm saying? So just finding that happy medium and just being true to yourself in the process, I believe it makes you look more attractive, you know, because knowledge is wealth. And the more you know and the more helpful you are, the more informative you can be to other people and to those around you. It just makes people see you in a different light. So topic number 3, be attentive and remember small details. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm very attentive and I love the small details because personally I love that, but also I try to pay attention to that with people around me as well, especially when it comes to like my friends, my parents, my family, and people that mean a lot to me. If you tell me something like, oh, I love the color pink, and it can be weeks from now, months from now, even next year, I see something pink that reminds me of you, I'm going to pick it up. And you know, some people forget they even say things, or they forget that they suggest or ask for different things. And because I remembered, you know, those small details, it can really brighten a person's day. And personally, I love when people remember details about me. So I just know it's a great feeling all the way around. So being attentive, you know, listening, and, you know, basically just making sure that you are paying attention to what people are really expressing to you in forms of whether they like gift giving and receiving, or the way that they love, or the way that they may give you acts of service, or want acts of service. I feel like paying attention to everything just makes you more attractive, because then it's like, oh, you actually listened to me, or oh, you actually paid attention, or oh, you actually feel how I feel. And so that's why I put being attentive and paying attention to small details as the third thing to make you more attractive. The fourth thing is to know that you're the prize and act like it. And this is something that I'm acting more on this year in 2024. I was very lax about this topic, you know, years prior, but as I'm getting into a womanhood and adulthood fully, I am embracing this more and more. You are the prize. And so once you stand 10 toes on that, honey, you are invincible. I mean, staying 10 toes on everything that you desire. If you don't like men who don't open your door and he don't open your door, you already know what's going on. And if you don't want to talk to him no more, that's your prerogative. If you know that you've been working for that company for 5 years and they're not giving you a raise, they're not wanting to pay you more, they're treating you like shit, but you had a job interview for another job and they're paying you more, treating you with much respect, and just, you know, worshiping the ground you walk on, and you leave that old company and go to the new one, you standing 10 toes. You're the prize and you're acting like it. Those are just some scenarios, but trust me, once you start, you know, really deep diving into what you want, what you acquire, and standing 10 toes on that, and not, you know, letting someone basically breadcrumb you. And that can just be a lover, that can be a friend, that can be a family member, it can be a job or a hobby, anything, you know, that you feel like isn't serving you. Once you act like the prize, you will become more attractive. Because now people are gonna be like, dang, I can't just call her or text her no more, or dang, she looks like she might be hard to get in touch with. That's the stuff I like. Because, you know, it's just like, you're right. I'm not the person that you can just get in touch with. I'm not the person's number that you had 3 months ago. Just a new number. Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad. Okay. But yeah, you guys, act like the prize. And then last but not least is dress well and look polished. Now, y'all know I love looking good. I love dressing well. That's what I do. And I'm trying to incorporate that more when I go into the office. So I work from home remotely, just a little backstory. And I only go into the office on Tuesdays. And I will not lie, I don't put that much effort in going to the office. For one, there's barely anyone there besides my team. We are on the phones all the time. And then we're not really in a setting where it's like it's just not much going on. And so sometimes I'm just like like I just don't feel like getting too dressed up. But I'm trying to change that narrative, you know, trying to piece more things together for my body, especially as I'm losing weight, to make me look more presentable, trying to get up earlier to make sure that I'm not rushing, and just making sure I'm putting my all into my looks. And outside of work, of course, just staying polished with getting my nails done, keeping my toes done, which is a big thing for me, making sure to keep my hair well put together, and you know, here and there put on a little makeup or two. Not saying you have to wear makeup, but if you're going, you know, somewhere luxury, or if you are just doing something a little bit more upscale, try to look the part. I swear it will help you to feel better and to look better, and once again, it will of course make you more attractive. You know, just keeping your maintenance together if possible, you know, smelling good, staying clean, all of those good things will always make you attractive. So this was just a short video of just some things that are helping me to become more attractive, and I feel like have worked for me, and I hope they work for you too. Leave a comment down below if you think that any of these topics or tips helped you or are helpful in general, and if you have any topics of your own that you think would apply to being more attractive, leave them in the comments as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a great week ahead, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.